with our that we have here. Going to be just about some of the different products that we have and kind of that are essential topics for the classroom here. So in this, ways to teach and learn, again, one of the things that we want to talk about is this idea of in-person teaching, in-person training. So want to be able to share with you the different views, the values that we have, and how different ways that you can actually kind of train this world. So some training options we have are remote lecture, lecture and presentation slides, and then we also have the ability to lecture, PowerPoint, and also things like different activities that you can also be involved with, and also hands-on learning. And research is another option there that we like to be able to show and to give you in that world. So hopefully this will be something for you just to kind of think about. And as you see these different ways of teaching options in this new world, you can kind of see what we're doing and how we're kind of interacting and showing different products and different products that we have here. So hopefully you can be kind of focusing and using these different places that you can actually see that in that world now. So with that said, we're going to go in and just kind of talk through remote lecture. Again, is something that we're seeing more and more students having to be part of and help with, but it's something where in our day and age now the kind of the talk is, okay, how do you help? And one of the things that we hopefully will show you here is as we get it's something where you can then be able to hopefully share with and see others being able to learn from this online learning. Okay, here is add presentation slides, being able to show and do presentation slides. It's important where you can be able to not only interact with the students, but also then create slides and a way to be able to share with them, engage them visually as well. When you get to the next level, it's also a piece where adding things of an activity. And again, it might be a hand activity, it might be something that they do on their own or in a group, depending on what you're able to see there. And then finally, looking at lecture and PowerPoint, and then kind of an activity, but also that hands-on, what we just talked about is increasing and going into that world as well. And then finally finishing up with some sort of research, some sort of more in-depth type of activity is another place that we see that this can help. So want to start working with you and kind of off of these different ideas that we have, let's talk about the different products that we are bringing to the table. So the first one that we want to kind of look at is our Bovine Injection Simulator. And in this case here, behind me is actually our different product lines and the different products that we have. So I'm going to try to bring each one of these products kind of to the forefront and share a little bit about each one of these products with you. So the first one here is being our Bovine Injection Simulator. All right, and this is something where, as I kind of bring it up here and share with you, you can kind of see the size of it, you know, as how it can be used and interacted with among your students. So in this case here, we have our product, and if I go ahead and let me stop sharing for a moment, just so you can see our product and kind of what is interacting here. So with this here, it is something where, as you can see, it is a taller kind of feature in this, and we can, the size of it, as well as ability to be able to kind of see the whole product here. Now the top here has ear where you can actually do egging. You can actually do injection on the product itself to really be able to interact with these ears. These little ears, so they can go out and in, and you can add new ones based that you have. So the other is we have injection triangle here, injection flap, where students to understand where they need to be doing intramural and cutaneous, but then it also about the jugular. In this case, is flip the triangle over here, and you have all the world here to be able to actually do injections. You can actually inject into our skin, or our hide here, allowing you to be able to do tenting and be able to also do a draw as well. As we look here, we have the ability to do all of these different kind of features and figures depending on what your needs are in bovine product here. So you can see it is on wheels. Move it back and move it around as I be able to show a classroom setting, able to add features then need to be able to that work. So let me go to slide here, and give me 1 second. Pop it back up so let me jump back in. All right. Excuse me. All right. And again. All right. And I'm going to something because I'm getting that we're also with our microphone set up. Microphone and see if that works. So Emily, I'm going to ask if you can let me know, because I've heard that the microphone wasn't quite working right, if you can still hear me okay. Sorry for these technical difficulties, everyone.
Yeah, Jamie, that was a lot better.
Let's see if I'm hearing, if you're able to hear me. Okay, sounds like that it's back up and better in this case. So sorry about that. For the choppy, I'll take the headset. I thought the headset might actually help. Looks like it didn't actually do that. So my apologies for that, but hopefully you can hear better now and it's a better situation. So thank you, Emily, for keeping me informed on that. And I apologize for that part of this. So in this case here, what you just were able to see again is our bovine injection simulator has the ear tagging, hormone implants, and then it also has ability for jugular, intramuscular, and then subcutaneous injections and withdrawal. And jugular withdrawal more than that. But the other great piece about this is that it also focuses on the ability to kind of help students in our curriculum learn from our slide presentations about where the different areas are for things like subcutaneous, like intramuscular, where those areas are that you should be able to actually do different injections. It also goes through things like different dosages and different size of the needles, how to interact with that and what you need to be doing in that world from the different areas that are kind of maybe misunderstood or not known by students, because that's another piece of how much you should be putting in for each injection, and then how many times do you have to inject based on the amounts that are actually there. So these are all different features that you can use with this. Again, we also talk about things like different guidelines that you need to have and understand for injections. You also need to learn, the proper techniques. An example here of subcutaneous injections is, the tenting ability, making sure you can, pull that skin up and move underneath and understand where all that is. So those are all different features of
our Bovine Injection Simulator. The next one that I'm going to talk about is our Bovine Breeder AI Simulator. And in this case here, I'm going to put it up here on the table. And so I'm going to stop sharing again for a moment because we have our artificial insemination product here, where if I bring this up to our table here, all right, I'm going to show it to you first up front here, because it's kind of this ability here where inside here we have our ability again. So here is our back end of the cow. We have the flap here that shows the back end of the cow. We then have our system here where all you need to do is hook up and you have your digestive tract. The ability to actually go into the digestive tract, have students be able to have poop bags so they can bring that out and understand that those kind of things are happening as you're going here. Another piece here then is we have our reproductive system. This is something that is on the inside, allowing you to teach and to show students how the reproductive sits, where it's located, how it can move in different areas. It's on a bungee, so then you can hook it up, but you can actually make it so it is tighter, it sags where you want to put it, because every cow is different in their reproductive organs. So has it in there for you to be able to then go in and actually reach down and grab onto and find the cervix before actually do artificial insemination. So going in here, and the great piece about this is inside, when I'm actually going through, there are 3 different rings in here, being able to teach the students of the cervix and manipulating the cervix, and then an area where once I get past the cervix, where I actually want to do insemination and actually go into that world. So in this case, it allows students to be able to get a visual, get an understanding, allows you to be able to talk about it. Like I said, you can cover it up and have it so then it is a, in this world, it is closed, just like they would in the real world. They wouldn't be able to maybe see it, but in this case, they're able to then understand and visually learn from how to use AI and the proper interactions with that. So some of the features here that I want to kind of talk through are just that. It has things like correct reproduction landmarks. It has all the different parts of the landmarks that you're going to need, from showing where the bladder is, being able to show where the vagina is, how it actually works, the cervix, the uterine horns, where you can actually detect and be able to touch and feel each one, and going through that. It also helps with proper artificial insemination technique training. We have the ability to be able to show, we have CL1, 2, and 3 for palpation, and then also we have a fetus that can help with pregnancy checks. So one of the features here that we also include, again, is the curriculum that talks through those landmarks, all the different features and all the little parts that are needed in that world. We then kind of go into and teach, and so the curriculum goes with students actually doing the real thing, locating where the reproductive system is, removing the feces, and being able to put your hand along the rectum and being able to go in and understand that. So the product itself also has the ability here to help us with moving some of those things, and then inserting that AI gun and following through and going into that world and being able to do that. So as we do, and you can see on the overhead, this is where then students can actually come in here and learn, okay, how do I place my hand inside? Where do I put the tail? What do I need to do to make sure that I'm in the right location as I go through? So these are the different features here that allow you to learn proper insemination technique using our Bovine Breeder tool here, and then getting into, like we talked about before, manipulating the cervix and being able to understand, okay, there are folds there, and how do you have to move back and forth and manipulate through to be able to get to that point, and being able to move through the cervix to then release the sperm and the semen into where it needs to go. So working through all that it's something where it's curriculum that you can work. And again, going back to our first slides of we have PowerPoint slides, we have demonstration opportunities, we have that lecture opportunity, but it gives them those opportunities then to also have hands-on learning as we go in. Now, a little different, and on the other side of the realm, not just in the, we're kind of focusing on bovine, but in the swine world, we also have our swine breeder. And so I'm going to bring that up here and show you our swine breeder as well, okay? Now, this is, and I'm putting the slide up here first because you can see in the picture, this is a product that you can show and share with students and how to use the product. But one of the great pieces of this is it is something where you can also sit on this product. So you can actually go in here and use it to sit on, as you can see in the picture there. So you can mimic that mounting that a sow would have in that world. So I'm going to stop sharing here and just kind of do a presentation for you as we're showing here. So in this case here, we have the swine breeder, and again, it's up on the table, but this is something you can actually sit on and be able to interact with, kind of to show the back end here. As I turn around here, it has the ability for you to actually inseminate and bring in your catheter and go right into the reproductive tract here. All right, and go into the reproductive tract of the animal. Now, what I'm able to show then and turn kind of sideways here is I have the actual reproductive tract, so students can actually look inside and see the reproductive tract as you are working on it and being able to understand what's happening on the inside as well. Inside here then, I'm going to pull this out. We also have a cervix that is a clear cervix that can be opened up and removed. In this sense here, being able to show students the ability and how you actually have that corkscrew vagina and actually being able to inseminate in that world. So again, training purposes here, teaching students how to use these different pieces of the puzzle when you're actually training. Now, another feature here that we have is in this product, we also have piglets. We have 2 piglets that we include here, and the whole purpose of these piglets, let me get the other one out here, is the piglets are for birthing purposes. So we not only talk about AI, artificial insemination, but it's also with these piglets, you can also then teach your students how birthing would happen. Now, a lot of times litters would be more than 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but what would they do if you had problems? What are some of the issues? If a piglet would be coming out backwards, or if a piglet would be coming out, maybe, you know, it gets stuck in there and it gets stuck kind of in this formation as it's coming through the reproductive tract. How then would you go about trying to retrieve that piglet or help that piglet to kind of get out? So we have the ability then to share with you and to show and work in this world with this simulator. Again, this is pretty light, able to be able to move side to side as you go in that world. So again, it is a very nice demonstrator to be able to show and share with that. So moving back to our presentation here, working with the ability of, again, the corkscrew cervix, talking through how they actually move in the vagina and going through there, the see-through cervix, being able to see that and what's all involved there, proper AI training. And again, with the piglets then, the whole purpose of, you know, that birthing and that farrowing, I should say, the farrowing of those piglets. And so the 2 piglets to practice birthing, and there's 5 different birthing issues that we show and help you be able to move that through the reproductive system on one end, while you move that through somebody on the other end taking it out and working in that world. So some other pieces again that we include here is, again, our curriculum is very important because it ties in why students are learning from PowerPoint slides, from worksheets, from activities. what is the different parts of the female reproductive body. We also then look at focusing on the landmarks, but also then how to actually do these different features. So we have a bovine breeder and we have a swine breeder, allowing for both swine and bovine artificial insemination. The next product that I want to talk to you about is our calf simulator here. And our calf simulator is one that some of the functions of our calf simulator are things like ear tagging, okay? Being able to do a understanding of navel swelling, all right? But we have some pretty interesting features of this as well in the overall arcing of calf care. And so I'm gonna bring our calf simulator up kind of to the front to show and to share a few features as well in this world. So, so first off here, let me get it all set up here. So we have our calf simulator. All right. And we can lock it into place here. And one of our features here that we have, put this into place here, is, and then let me get back to my location here. Let me show it without the PowerPoint slides here. Stop sharing my slides here so you can kind of see the overarching animal itself. All right. So our calf model, again, now this is something where it's up on a table here. It can be lowered. It can be something that is lower here for us, where it sits down on the ground. Again, kind of just to show in this world of how you can present, how you can show to other students. But a lot of nice features here with our calf, where we have everything from starting with the head here. All right. We have, again, ear tagging, allowing you to ear tag. One of the neat features, the new features that we've incorporated is here we have the ability to actually do tube feeding here. And so esophageal tube feeding allows us to be able to go in, and let me grab and show you here, is we have a tube feeder that comes along with it, allowing for you to be able to actually insert the tube, go down into either the trachea or to the esophagus. And again, the important thing here is you don't want to go in trachea, you want to go in esophagus. So it allows you to actually feel for the trachea, and you can feel the ribs of the trachea. And then you also have the esophagus. So when you actually do the tube feeding, you can put it in and make sure, okay, am I in the right position? Allowing you to then open up and look underneath the flap here, seeing, okay, did I get into the right place after I did the tube feeding? Tube feeding then is here and allows students to be able to work on making sure, did I do it correctly? Did I put it to the correct side? Did I go down? Did I keep the head in the right position? Because our head moves up and our head moves down, side to side. Those different features there. Then coming from here, we also have the ability to have the navel down here. It can actually swell up, and inside of our little animal here, or cow, we actually can make the calf, navel swell up and be able to then work on treating that world there. As we kind of go back farther here, we have the tail, and in this case, we have the ability to do a blood draw. Actually can lift up the tail, feel for the position where my opening is, and then, oh, yep, there is kind of my vertebrae spot, and then I can actually do a blood draw in that, where the whole purpose and ability to be able to do that is inside of our kind of middle area, the stomach area of the calf here, we have a water reservoir. This water reservoir is something that you would fill up. It can then be drained as well. But what this allows you to do is, as you're inside here, it allows you to do things like a blood draw. It also allows you to do a jugular draw, or you, in this case, and so you can actually draw that from that. You also have the ability to do injections in the neck region here, but it allows you down here to do that blood draw as well. All right. The last feature I'm going to try to kind of share with you and turn this so you can see in a better view here is our last feature here is the ability to do castration. So in this case here, as I kind of bring it closer, you can actually see we have the testicle, the scrotum sac here, and we have the testicles inside here. And so you can actually do a cut on the testicles. And then inside, let me move the tail all the way here, you have, and you can actually see our 2 testicles, and you can then surgically work on removing them and doing an actual pull, and then taking and moving that testicle out and showing through that. And so walking through that with your students on how you'd actually do that, how that would actually be done is all part of our curriculum as well. So in this case here, getting kind of back to our PowerPoint slides, just to kind of go over some of the different features here that we have is, again, the ability for you to do things like irritating, tube feeding. There is a place for injections as well as blood draw. So jugular blood draw, tail blood draw, and then intermuscular and sub-Q injections. There is that navel swelling as well, so you can actually diagnose, is there a problem? What could the issues be? And then, again, castration, being able to actually go through and do surgical castration with that. All of this then keeps you and gives you this lifelike feel. Everything that you're doing is this lifelike feel that we have as well. All right, some focused points on this that we want to talk about too is it's all really focusing on this idea of calf care. So really helping you understand the different features and the points of calf care. And one thing, sorry, I didn't share and show you, but also the animal, and you kind of started thinking, but the animal can actually lay down or be standing up. And I didn't kind of show that whole thing, but it's the features of it actually laying down or being able to stand up. So things like focusing on the health assessment, being able to as it's laying down, you know, how long has it been laying down? What are some issues there? So you can work on things like your temperature, pulse, respiration rate, kind of working with that. And kind of helping the students to learn the different needed things that they may need to really take care of that calf. So these are all different parts of it where you can actually walk through students and give them kind of not only the hands-on, but also that visual with curriculum and then slides, PowerPoint slides as well. So the next kind of new product that we want to kind of talk through it and show some of these different features to is that of our what we call is our 5-pack cow model set. All right, now we have a large cow model. It's a one side kind of large cow model, but one of our newest products is this kind of, again, has come out from talking with instructors, working with you and saying, hey, we love your large demo product. We want small cow models and a package size that we can then set out and have students be able to interact with and manipulate. This is also now where something where with some of that, we can send these out to our students, let them use, let them learn, let them understand from the curriculum, and then bring them back in for others. So let me grab one of those as I bring this up here. We have our 5-pack of our cows. And as I bring kind of this into the forefront, I can share with you and show you. Again, this is our cow model set. And so we have the tail is removable. Okay. We have the ability to then open it up where the different pieces and parts of the cow can actually open up and be removed in this sense. So took the whole front side off of this cow here, and then inside here took off the udder here of the cow, so you can see inside, you can see the mammary glands, you can see all that. And then in this case here, being able to take the different parts of this product apart here. Turn it sideways here. All right, being able to take the lung out, the stomach, removing, whoops, stomach, left a piece in there. Being able to take the stomach out, taking out different pieces of reproductive system. All right, the intestines, large and small, and a kidney here. And then last one here. Let me grab. It's gonna be a little trouble here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is then the heart. All these then have magnets and are magnetized, allowing you to be able to put them back in place and then take out as well. So the features here are the different parts of this is ability to you then to understand, okay, where do these features go? Where do these pieces go? How does the intestine then go into and outside of the body? How do the reproduction system, where does it sit compared to the digestive tract? Being able to look at and see inside of our digestive system, the ruminant, and being able to see, oh, honeycomb, okay, there's that region of the ruminant, and oh, okay, there's the abomasum, the omasum, being able to see and understand where those different parts kind of all sit and work together, and then being able to then place that back in, and again, seeing, and again, these are smaller models, but in this case, how big the stomach is compared to the rest of the animal in itself too. So with that being said then, I'll go back and I will share our screen here, kind of just wanting to, again, show then the activities and some of the curriculum that is included. So we also have slide presentations and curriculum that goes along with this, teaching students about different things. For example, the ruminant system, where the kind of how they get their energy and how it goes through the 4 different parts of the ruminant and what is involved with each one, from the rumen and the reticulum, kind of where it goes from one spot to the next, and the sizing and what is involved of that. Moving on to the abomasum and the omasum and the abomasum, excuse me, being able to kind of show and what each area is there, allowing students to be able to understand the different parts of it while being able to do hands-on learning and being able to see that, and then getting to that point where not only you can kind of view this, but understand the anatomy in sense of reproductive system. Maybe it's the digestive system, maybe it's even things like the muscular system, because again, the outside here shows the different areas where you're going to have your different meat cuts and so on and so forth. So allowing you to have 5 of these in your classroom, showing and using with your students is very advantageous for that and for you to be able to do and work with your students there. The rest of this, the places that I kind of want to finish off is some other areas that can be helpful in your classroom and things for you to think about is things like scenario cards. We have a whole list of different scenario cards focusing on things like leadership, soft skills, and then we have career pathways where we go into different agriculture clusters, horticulture, different focuses in ag mechanics and in ag agriculture, vet tech. We have different areas that you can actually focus in and kind of interact with them. And here's kind of an understanding of employability. So again, it's kind of this icebreaker activity, get students doing some sort of journaling activity, and then a pre or a post assessment option as well, where they start to look at not only what are they doing, but how does this affect employability? What are some things that they can work with in that world of employability? An example within agriculture here might be that of responsibility here. It gives you a scenario that you have to work through, and then it gives you points of view to consider and then questions that you need to answer. So it brings in different types of employability type skills in the agricultural world. So it helps in that world to really give you an understanding. Again, there's a focus on a lot of different types of agricultural focuses, and these range from things like just overall agriculture, but we also have areas in horticulture and vet tech needs, as well as just your employability and your leadership type skills as well. Now, To finish off our conversation here in our talk, as we're kind of getting close to our time, I want to say thank you for taking time, and with that kind of beginning there of not being able to hear me, and I do apologize about that, but thank you for working through that. We do have free curriculum available for you as well. So some of the free curriculum here includes, and what all you need to do is go to our website, which is at the bottom of our screen here on the side is realityworks.com. And as you're in this world here, all you need to do is go to where it says learn more, and you click on that heading right there. All you have to do is on our webpage, you just scroll right to our front webpage, there's a learn more, and click on that. And what happens then is it brings you to a place where we have different resources. One of these places that you're going to want to look at and interact with is the webinar area. This is where we are doing this webinar, but lots of different webinars for you. We have a free lesson plan area, which we'll talk about in a moment. And we also have our guides and curriculum area as well. So in the free lesson plan area, this is all on career exploration. So if I click on that, what it's going to do is going to bring you into career exploration. If I go on to the guides and to the curriculum, which is what I just clicked on here, that is going to show you where the curriculum is, and then you can pick what type of curriculum that you're looking for. All of our products have curriculum, and then you can go in, and if you want AI cervix curriculum, if you want bovine injection curriculum, if you want milking udder and how that works, we have curriculum for all these different things. So all you have to do is pick on the one that you want to look at, and then as you do that, it's going to jump in and it's going to give you our quick start guide, but it's also going to give you the curriculum. And the neat thing about our curriculum is it is a downloadable curriculum. So if you are needing some resources right now, great place for you to do is to go in, you click on download, and all it does then is it allows you to download the curriculum. It comes as a zip drive. All you do is you open that up, and as you can see, it has the curriculum and it has PowerPoint slides as well. So the curriculum is going to be all your worksheets, all your activities, all your teacher guides, any type of thing that you're going to have notes on, or anything that you hand out to the students or have them work on. That's in your curriculum. And then the second part is your presentation slides. That gives you presentation slides on everything that we have for our curriculum. Again, now, because of the timing of what we're in, the world we're in right now, that is all free for you as well. The other part of that, what I clicked on was the career exploration. Career exploration is a free 7 lessons I'm sorry, 6 lessons, I said 7, 6 lessons on careers in agriculture. So animal science, plant science, agribusiness, food products, natural resources. So a lot of different places there, but this is free curriculum to give students an exploration of what is going on in the curriculum world. So again, all the different things that are included here are things like worksheets, activities, notes, guides from teachers, for the teachers. It's all there for you and for your usage as you are going through there. So with that being said, again, thank you for you taking the time today. A little review and kind of some question and answer session here. Again, if you're interested in any of those free classroom resources, go to our website that says realityworks.com. It can go to the COVID-19 response, and that brings you right into our free resources there. Again, there are videos and pricing on our website. You can go and see all of our agriculture. And then again, some of that free curriculum within it includes our guides, includes you to be able to look at our products and see how you can then link them up and use them for your own purposes. So with that being said, just a reminder here of being able to go in and being able to see that. So one last thing before I let you go is our virtual reality trade booth. Okay, so our virtual trade booth here, all you need to do is, again, go in and go to our website. We have a Realityworks virtual exhibit where you can go in and look through all of our different products and kind of a virtual exhibit and see what's on there. And it allows you to register for a $250 off voucher for any of our products. So go in there, look at our products. It will give you kind of an understanding of what each product does. And then we'll have a ability to have you register for a free voucher to take some of the cost off. So with that said, I thank you for your time and would see if there's any questions that we have here. All right.
Jamie, can you hear me?
So let's see, I am seeing one question so far that's been typed in. If you have other questions, feel free to put them in and I'd be happy to answer them now. One of the questions, do you have experts in these areas of specialties? Yes. So every single product that we bring out, we actually have a subject matter expert, either a teacher in the field, a professor in the field, some expert in the field that we then work with and have them work with us directly to make sure that all of our products and all of our curriculum is up to speed and kind of the newest and best creation that we can possibly do. Do some of the parts need to be replaced after use? Okay, so I think that's probably, well, it depends on what you're talking about there, but I will start with our cow model set. You know, all of our cow model sets are very durable. They are, they have magnets to them that are very durable. And so we've had them out in the field for our large models for multiple years now and have not had a lot of issues with that. Now, talking about our other products, which are more simulation based in the sense of the wear and tear that are part of there and using it in that world, those are some of those pieces where, you know, our Bovine Breeder, putting your hand in and out of the product over and over again, some of that wear and tear usage. We do have the need for you to be able to replace some of those parts over time. So in that case, we send along extra kind of reproductive track there, so then you can use that. So we do have some replacement parts there. For our Bovine Injection Simulator, using that as an example, one of the features there is the ears to be able to tag an ear. We say you can get probably between 10 and 12 ear tags on each ear, but we send you a pack of 10 ears, both right and left ears, so 20 total, but 10 of right and left, of each 10 right and left. And there you can tag it, and then yes, that is a replacement piece. For some of the veins in our products, we have tested over and over again, and you can get between 500 and 700 injections or withdrawals from our tubing. It is a self-healing tubing that allows you to use it multiple times. So over time, there is something that it could be able to be used in that world. A question here, is consultation free? And I would have to say, if I think I understand what you're asking here is, yes, we will consult with you on any of our products. We will help you. We have, again, the expertise of our salespeople on what the products are. But again, being in this world, I can also consult with you of how to use them, what is best ways to interact with the products, how to help you kind of work in that way. So we've been at this a long time. We do a lot of webinars, a lot of trainings and teaching, so we can consult with that. And yes, our consultation on any of that and how to help you, we're always wanting to help and be able to work with you in that world. So nothing there, and good questions in that sense. So those are the questions that I'm seeing. Emily, I don't know if you have anything else that you're seeing, but I think those are questions. Again, if you have other questions, be happy to answer those questions for you. Just let us know, and I can directly get back in touch with you as well. We can interact with you. And again, if you have more questions, you can go to our information at realityworks.com or call us toll free, and I can directly talk with you as well if you have other questions there. So. All right, not hearing anything else, I am going to check here. Looks like those are all the questions that I can see. So we thank you for this time. If you do have more questions, feel free to connect with us, and we'd be happy to help as much as we can with anything we can. So thank you for the time and appreciate you taking the time with us today as well.